The Split Cherry Tree by Stuart. The Kentucky spring air rustles softly with the ringing of the school bell. As young dawn breaks, a boy as agile as a mountain breeze bounded out of the schoolhouse. The afternoon sun casts a long shadow as the children played their usual handball. Laughter echoed through the schoolyard, a sharp contrast to the seriousness of the game. Dave, carried away by the excitement, swung his arm and threw a ball. It soared through the air, not to its intended target, but with a heart-rending thud, striking Professor Herbert proud, meticulously tended, branching cherry tree. Silence fell over of the schoolyard. Bright pink flowers, a symbol of the professor's dedication, lay scattered on the ground. Dave's heart sank. Professor Herbert, with his stern gaze and unwavering adherence to rules, loomed large in the boy's mind. His stomach felt queasy. Every step on the long walk home felt heavy. The shadow of the fallen tree a painful reminder. Oh my gosh, what will happen if? How is this? Why does my stomach feel queasy? My heart is pounding. I can't stand all this. The next morning, the rhythmic sound of horses' hooves broke the silence of the countryside. Whose horse's voices this early in the morning in front of my house? Professor Herbert, sitting upright on his mule, was outside Dave's humble hut. Then Professor Herbert got up his mule and walked towards Dave, his face showing disappointment. His voice was firm, without his usual classy tone. Dave, your carelessness has caused the school a fortune. That cherry tree, it's worth $15. Dave's father, a man whose hands were rough from working in the harsh mountain soil, stepped on the porch, deep wrinkle etched into his dark face. He folded his arms across his chest, his posture radiating defensiveness. $15 for a tree? That's how kids are, Professor. A little roughhousing isn't worth that much money. I'll teach him a lesson at home. That's how we teach respect in the mountains. His jaw clenched, his eye narrowed in irritation at the city teacher's intrusion into their rural life. Professor Herbert, with his steady but not harsh gaze. Mr. Riggs, that tree is no ordinary tree. It is a belle magnifique, carefully cultivated. It represents years of growth, a symbol of the beauty we try to cultivate here. This is not about mischief. This is about responsibility. Dave must learn that every action has consequences. The professor spoke in a measured tone, his hand clasped behind his back, trying to bridge the gap between their words. Let's put it this way. Instead of payment, maybe Dave can make up for his loss by working. come to school early and leave late. Do some housework tending the animals and gardening. Okay, Dad, just do what this professor asks. And so began Dab's new routine. Every morning before the sun had fully risen behind the mountains, he was already at the school, cleaning the coop, feeding the chickens, his initial annoyance slowly turning into a reluctant respect for the professor's dedication. Professor Herbert in turn found himself observing Deb more closely, noting the boy's perseverance and his unexpected ability to care for animals. One sunny afternoon, Professor Herbert brought his mule to Deb's house again, this time to check on his progress. He watched the Riggs family work their steep, rocky land, their movement regular and born of necessity. Deb too young, moved with purpose, his respect for his parents evident in his every action. As dusk fell, a crisis struck. The family crew was having difficulty coping. Dad, what's wrong? The cow is starting to hurt. Dad also doesn't know what to do. Why is it so difficult for this cow to give birth? It's not like usual. Without hesitation, Professor Herbert rolled up his sleeves. Her scientific knowledge turned out to be very practical in this rural setting. She works alongside Deb's father, their shared concern for animals forming an unexpected bond. Excuse me. Let me help the cow. In the dim light of the barn, as the cow finally took its first shaky breath, Professor Herbert looked at Deb, who watched with a mixture of anxiety and relief. He saw not the bread, but a capable young man deeply connected to this family and their way of life. He realized that Deb had a different kind of intelligence, a practical wisdom honed by the demons of their mountain life. Education is not just about books. He murmured, a new understanding beginning to grow within him. Weeks turned into months. Deb continued to do his homework, the debt slowly paid with sweat and effort. By the time the $15 should have theoretically been paid back, Professor Herbert's transformation was complete. He had witnessed Deb's innate goodness, his strong work ethic, and the valuable lessons learned outside the school walls. One afternoon, his staff was sweeping the schoolyard. Professor Herbert approached him, a gentle smile softening his face. "Deb," he said, his voice carrying a new warmth, "you don't have to come in early anymore. You've more than paid your debt." He paused. His gaze fixed on the spot where the cherry tree had once stood. "You told me something valuable, Deb, something no textbook can teach you." The branching cherry tree was gone, a victim of youthful misjudgment. But in its place had grown something far more significant, a bridge of understanding between two different worlds, a testament to the multiplicative nature of education and the enduring power of human empathy.